Hello everyone, this is Vicki Achard from Nature's Best Art. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be making a Valentine card. It's coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to be using ribbon and our doily and paper. So I hope you can join me and stay with me, and let's get right into it. I want to show you the first thing that we want to do is we want to take our paper, and I'm going to be using this it's either called Darice or Darice paper, and I like it because it's colorful and it's not like regular like construction paper. It's kind of classy construction paper. I use it when I use a different color paper at the moment. I'm going to be probably using my watercolor paper when I run out of that. But so I have it ready here, and you want to get your paper that you've cut. Now I cut my 5x7 cards 7x10, and so here it is. I used red, and then I got my score pad here by Martha Stewart and my bone folder, and so I want to score it and make sure it's on the 10. And you want to score it at 5. Just go down. And what I do is I put this bump right here, I fold it in the middle. Okay, so you just take your paper like that and your finger, and you can use your bone folder. There you go. All right. So I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to put this part up because we're going to be using another part of the panel called a panel today, which is going to be placed right on top of there. Alright, and so let's get started. Alright, let me put this here so I can see my example. Made one yesterday. These are going to be for my children this Valentine's. So I got some more to make. I'm going to be busy doing that this week. Alright. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get our doily. Now I've been using 9.5 by 9.5, the big doilies. And then what I do is I cut them, parts of it. See off the side there? And so they end up looking like this. Those are my doilies, okay? And what I do is I place it where I want it, and then I use this. This is Tombow liquid glue to put it on. And let's do this one first. I like to line it up a little bit so I know where the glue is going to go. I'm going to move that up so you can see that better. There we go. And then I just put it all around these parts here. And this is why I like this Tombow glue, because it has this point and makes it real nice for projects like this. I made my husband's card already last year, actually, so I don't have to do that. But I have all my children's, my 4 children to do. And you know, I like to send them out to just people that I think would enjoy them, you know, brighten up their day. Okay, let's put that on. About right like that. This is where you want to make sure you have your baby wipes in the craft room ready. And then you put your glue on your next piece. That's my computer talking to me. My husband, maybe it's his computer. He uses a computer during the day too, and I think that's probably his computer that I hear. Okay, looks about right. And usually I work on the, I put the panel on the card first, and then I work on all of this, but I'm going to be cutting things along here, and I wanted to leave it and do it on the panel first. Okay, so the next step is I'd like to put a ribbon. And I got really pretty ribbon at Joann Fabrics because I was running out of my, isn't that pretty? I was running out of my my Valentine ribbon, and so I was in Joann Fabrics and wanted to buy a wreath to actually make, and put things on for my Valentine wreath over my fireplace. And I found a really good bargain for the wreath, by the way. But anyway, this is the ribbon I bought. It's so pretty. It was buy one get two free. Do you believe it? $2.99. Buy one get two free. So I was really happy I found that. Yeah, I bought my wreath for $8 and it was originally $40. It was really a good deal. That was after Christmas. And then so I bought a Christmas wreath, and then now I'm going to take I took some stuff off and I put some ribbon and some other stuff to make it look like Valentine's. I guess that's the way to do it, right? Anyway, so let's put this this ribbon on. What I do is I use my ATG gun for this. Let's see if I can kind of line that up. So I don't want to put it on all of that. Okay, about right there. Okay, and what I do is I just tuck it under so you don't see that part. And I know there's smaller, adhesive guns you can use if you have one of that. Those, you can use the smaller ones. But I love this ATG gun because it's oh, you don't have to worry about anything falling off, that's for sure. It's really good. Okay, so let's stick that on right there. Okay, and if you think any glue got on there, you can take that off a little bit. I don't think there's too much, just a little bit I saw there. Okay. Then the next thing we want to do is, I'll show you this. This is a good tip. You know those 12 by 12 papers that you buy, those pads? Well, I save the tops of those and I use them for my card making. So I took one of these off, and I got 2 strips here, and I thought they would look real pretty for a card today. And I'm going to actually put them right here and right here. See? Let's see. And this part right there. So let's put our glue on. I'm going to turn this around so I can kind of measure where I want that glue. I'm going to kind of bring this down here because this ATG gun doesn't like this. It likes to be flatter. So let me see if you can you still see that? There, that's a better. Just want to make sure I'm on camera, but I need to get my ATG gun flatter. Okay, so that's better. Alright, so let's push that there and push that under like that. And this is the little perforated area that I see, and I'm not going to get rid of that today. Sometimes I'll take my finger nail and push that in there, or if you have a little file, you know, you can do that. But I'm not concerned about that today because it's actually white. This is, you know, the doily's white and this is white. So just going to put that right on there, and it kind of gives it a little sparkle actually. Okay, so that's on there. And my next one. Okay, I'm going to bring this down. My ATG gun likes to be flat. Maybe I can do half at a time so you can still see it. Let's see. Okay, there it goes. And then do the other half. Okay. There we go. I got that ATG gun at United Manufacturers many, many years ago. It's a place where they have framing equipment. My husband is our framer in Matter. If you go on our website, www.naturesbestart.com, you'll see all sorts of art that I created. And then if you ever want to order anything, he actually he does all our matting and framing. He's been doing that since 1998, and it's just anyway. So I think I got that ATG gun around that time too. Okay, so that's done, and now we want to work on our hearts. So like I said, I made this card. I'm going to put this aside. I made this card, one of the cards yesterday. So here's my papers I used. I penciled in a heart. I didn't have a punch. I have a smaller heart punch, but I needed this size. So what I did is I used a cookie cutter, and I put my heart down, and then I traced the inside of this. Okay, you can trace the outside if you want, but I wanted my hearts to be smaller rather than bigger, so you can see more of the doily, because I just love the look of the doilies. Okay, so now we're going to put our Happy Valentine's Day on our heart. I think I'm going to do what I did yesterday. I made I made this red one first. So just use your best handwriting, and I'll go over it with pencil first. Happy, and then Valentine's Day. Okay, and then what I did was I just started building on this. Let me show you here if you remembered. Here they are. The Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so what I did was I started out with my fine point Sharpies, and thank you to my son Jonathan, who bought these for me for Christmas. This is my second project I've used them for, so they really come in handy, and I really love them. And don't worry if you go off of your writing, because we're going to be building on it. And you know, that's the joy of crafting, I think. You know, I was just thinking of this yesterday. You know, I had a few friends over over the weekend, and excuse me, and we made cards, and it was so much fun. And so they're both new at card making. Well, the one friend is, and you know, I was trying to explain to her that it's almost better when you make mistakes, or you know, because you just keep building and building until you like it. And I was thinking of this this morning. I was thinking that I know that I make, and when I create, I make I make my project, and then if I think, I was thinking of this yesterday because when I was doing these letters yesterday, I was thinking, oh no, I don't know if I like this, I don't think I like this, as far as it goes, you know, now what can I do? You know, you just keep building and building until you like it. And then when I say, oh, that's pretty, then I know I have something. And so you don't have to, you know, be so concerned about making it perfect the first time. You just keep building and building until you like it. See how that's coming out there? The letters are really coming out. You can see. How they're building up with the colors, and it just makes a difference. You just use your materials you have in the craft room. Now this is a fine point. This is a ultra fine point, and this is a fine point. Now this Y, let's see, I'm going to make that a little. All right, let's get the red one. Now if you have a stamp, you know, you can use your stamp, but I did not have a stamp. Okay, there's the fine point, and then or the ultra fine point that my son bought me, and this is the fine point. Yeah, there's an ultra fine point and a fine point. And then when I got done, you know, the reason I started thinking about this is because then when I got done with these letters, I think, oh, you know, something is kind of missing here. So then you'll see me what I do later is just what I think really makes a huge difference. All right, now I'm going to go in with my my pink fine and create some dots. Okay, and then on the red one, let's see, now I think I'll do what I did yesterday. With the fine point, I went in with this, or I mean the ultra fine point. I get mixed up. Ultra fine and fine. Okay, I got it. Went all around here. These Sharpies are nice because, you know, they're permanent markers. I really didn't use them often at all, but I just picked them up one day, and the last project I made, I just really loved using them. It was my ornaments that I make. I make ornaments and an inspirational message. That is my second year I did that. I'm going to make that every year. I just love doing it. Okay, now it doesn't look like much, I don't think, right now, so we're going to spruce that up. But first, let's see, do I want to cut it first? How did I do this yesterday? I think I actually want to make the letters first. Okay, let's do that with a gel pen. This is a tech writer. So let me have to see if it's working. Let me make a piece of paper here. Yeah, seems to be working okay. I'm just going to keep that right there in case I need it. So I'm going to go over this here. Look at that. That really spruces it up, doesn't it? Love that. I hope you can see how that shines. Now these gel pens, they're very nice to use. I got a large amount of them, and I gotta tell you something about gel pens. I don't know if you know this, but if you have gel pens, you gotta use them because they don't like to not be used. They dry up. And so I started my dry ones, I put them in hot water for like 4 or 5 minutes in a cup if they don't work. But I'm telling you, I couldn't get a few of them to work. I've had them for years. So if you do have gel pens, make sure that you use them. Oh, there's so many wonderful products, you know, out there to make, you know, your cards and whatever else you make, tags and whatnot. But you know, we're all learning what works good and what we have to do to keep them working, right? Okay, now you know what? I'm gonna dry this. Because I don't want to get this smeared here. Do you think that looks pretty? I think it looks pretty, don't you? Okay, now let's get the hair dryer. Let's see if that's dry now. Okay, so just to make sure, let's see, where's my Kleenex? Right here. Just put my Kleenex on there. Just tap it. See one little spot maybe. Maybe not. I think I see the spot from the Sharpies maybe. I don't know. Yeah, the Sharpies are kind of showing up there. That's interesting. But my gel pen is not. Okay. Looks good. All right, let's cut these out. And I love, if you've been watching me do my projects, you know that I love the Tim Holtz scissors. So let's use that. Just making sure my filming was just kept on. Sometimes it goes blank, and just want to, and I guess it doesn't stop, but just want to make sure. Now I'm not concerned about me seeing the pencil lines, because I'll show you what else we're going to do with this. But this is a scissors that can go in any nook and cranny you want. The best thing to do is turn your paper as you are cutting. Okay, there's one. And this red is that Darice or Darice paper. I got it a long time ago at Joann Fabrics, and don't know if they sell it anymore. But like I said, I like it better than construction paper because it looks just a little classier. And okay, there we go. There's that. And now let's go back to our, we're going to work with those in a minute again, but let's go back to our panel. This is our panel, and we're going to be using the Tim Holtz scissors again, and we're going to turn it over and we're going to cut all this. Can you see that? Yeah. That's why I wanted to just work on the panel instead of putting it on my card. See how that works. Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Right there, it looks like I didn't get the glue, the ATG gun, so Tombow Mono glue to the rescue. Let's put a little bit on there. That's why I just love this glue. I got this at Michael's. Okay, now let's see. Let's do this one. Okay, I can tell there's a little bit here. I want to get off more. There. Okay, that one's on. Good. All right, now there's our panel. And then we're gonna get our hearts ready by putting this on. This is Color Box, and it's a pigment ink, and I didn't have any more sponge daubers left, so I'm using these Cosmetic Wedges. You can do that if you don't have those sponge daubers. So this is real messy, so I don't want to get any on anywhere. I'm going to be maybe putting this on here, I think. Okay. And because I'm using grayish paper, you know, and then I got silver, it looks like silver paper, I thought, oh, this would be real nice. And can you see that? I'm on camera there, yeah. And this works real well. And pigment ink, you know, it dries, takes a while to dry. So we're gonna dry this with a hair dryer too. Isn't that pretty? I hope you can see that. Okay, because it matches our lettering too. You know, our silver lettering that we use with our gel pen. Doesn't this the Cosmetic Wedge, doesn't it? It just works really well. I really like to use this. Okay, there we go. And didn't get too messy. Have my wipes available for me to use if I want to use them. My daughter, she actually buys them for me at Costco. I have such nice kids, I tell you. I just love my children. Okay, anyway, now, so let's pick this up. Right, let's try this one now. Okay, so let's just take our Kleenex again and just stab that and see if that's gonna be okay. It looks like the hairdryer works actually. I'm just so happy about that, because I thought, oh, how am I gonna show you guys a video if I can't get this dry? So, all right, so we have our hearts and our panel ready, and we're gonna put them like this. See, they're gonna go like that, and I like to put them so that they're not the same. Doesn't it look better if it's just a little off like that, see? All right, and then I have ribbon, you know, from a long time ago. Use what you have in your stash. And we're gonna put it like this. We're gonna kind of construct it together there. Okay, this one I want up a little bit. And this one like that. And it doesn't matter if it's over there. But see, isn't that nice? Being that size heart, you can see a lot of the doily and this beautiful ribbon here. Oh, I just love that. All right, so now what we're going to do is what I like to do when I make things. And I'm going to cut a piece of paper. I'll show you what I'm going to do. And this is what I do a lot when I design my flowers, my pressed flowers too. I actually make the whole design, and then I use these, just these little papers. All right, I want that up a little bit more, maybe a little, to put where the point is, because you know when you start lifting papers and putting the glue on and stuff like that, it's like, where did I have that? Where do I like that? Just to give me an idea where I like things. Okay, so let's start with our ribbon. Okay, we're going to start with this ribbon here because it's under that. All right, so we're going to move that a little bit, and for that one I'm going to put this top here right there. I'm going to just, that's the edge of that there. Okay, so I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to use this again, the ATG gun. Like I say, if you have a smaller one, you know, a narrow one, you can use it, but I just push this under and it works just fine. And like I say, I love it because it's really very secure. Okay, so there's my point there, and I want to put that right like that. Okay, let's see, am I going to like that? Yeah, that's going to work just fine. Okay, I could have put it a little bit more this way here. Wait, I'm going to turn it a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. All right, now okay, now this one, put right there, take that off, put my point there. Can you see everything? Okay, and I'm going to take this off, put my glue on, my tape rather, tuck it under. Alright, and I'm going to put that here. And it's nice that you take this off if it's not in the exact place. I'm going to just put that lightly down, make sure it's in the right place. Okay, it is. It is. It is. It is. I like that. Okay, there we go. Alright, excuse me, I'm going to push this down. Alright, now we're going to put this heart first, and I use these here. I believe these are from Recollections. I actually cut that long ago, but they're the foam adhesives. I'm going to put some down. I use the bigger ones, and I'm going to put one here, one there, one there. Let's take them off first. Okay. And here we are. I'm going to put that there. Alright, I'm not going to push it down all the way yet because I just want to make sure I have it in the right place. Put these on the pink one. Okay, take that off. Aren't these fun to use? I just love these in my card making. I think they make the card look so much better when you know, can raise things a little bit. All right, this one I wanted down here. Right there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I love it. You like it? Okay, now let's get our bow on. Now I want to tell you a little bit about ribbon that I have, that I use on my cards. These are scraps of other types of projects that I've used, and these are the very smallest parts of the ribbon, and I keep them. I don't throw them away because I make these really cute little bows. Let me show you a few. You know, for example, like this one, so cute, you know, to put on a card. And then let's see, here's one, and aren't they cute? I just love to use these. And so that's where I got my bow. I just do this when I am not doing anything else at all. Make little bows for my cards. So we're gonna put that on, and I decided I wanted to try this real pretty silver one today. So I thought that was a pretty color. Now what I like for what we're doing, because of the silver wording and the gray here, I love these Zots, and I think this one needs a medium Zot instead of a hot glue gun. Oh, did I show you here? Can you see that? The Zots. They're called Zots. I get these at Michael's. These are the permanent ones, and I have the medium and also the small. So they work really well. You just, you know, they're on strips. And so you find where you're, now that's pretty big, see? So what you can do is you can fold it a little bit with your hand. I'm going to use this one because I like that one. Here, wait, I'm off camera. Here, there we go. Okay, I'm just going to fold it back a little bit with my finger because it's a little big. They actually come half mooned, I noticed. You can buy them half moon, which I have some of those, but I'm going to use this one right here. Okay, I'm going to just push that right there. You have to use your hot glue gun. It's going to be very, very secure. Okay, and then you put it on. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, I just love this. Love this. Okay, now here's my card base. We're done with our panel. We're going to put it right on there. Okay, so I'm going to get my ATG gun. And I'm going to do this kind of off here because we have, like I say, these guns like to be flatter than like up like that. They like to be flat. So I'm putting it towards the end of my desk here. Okay, just on those two sides and a little bit in the middle. Okay. And of course, make sure you have your right side there, and just put it on as, you know, straight as you can. Okay, and there is our card. Oh my goodness, do you like it? Oh, I love it. I think it's just so pretty. So I've made 2 of them, and I have 4 children, and then, you know, some other people I'm going to make cards for that I think would, you know, make their day and give them a smile, and then, you know, also for my grandchildren. So, you know, I was thinking maybe next week, I was thinking of making a video of all the cards that I made for Valentine's. I'll show you, and then, you know, some gifts that I'm going to give out. So I think that would be a fun video too, and I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and until next time, happy creating.